Hey, what's happening? Thank you so much for joining me again. I'm Chris, and today we are checking out a second beer I've reviewed from Birch Brewery here in New Hampshire. This is Deviant Monk. It's a Belgian-style dark ale aged on oak, and this is part of their apprentice series. This is from their 5th apprentice brewer, David Sokolsky. I believe I've said that right. Sokolsky. There we go. Anyway, in here it says, with this release by our 5th apprentice brewer, we bring you an inspired ale, complex, malty, dark, nuanced by oak and fermented using his favorite Belgian yeast strain. This is a beer you can enjoy today as well as for years to come. So, that's sort of their little write-up. And another thing that I really like about White Birch is they give you all the info right here on the front of this. So it tells you that this was bottled in July of 2011 from batch 1, and they had an 1100 unit bottle count, and this comes in at 10% alcohol by volume. So oak aged beers are definitely a favorite of mine, as well as I do enjoy a good Belgian for myself, so I'm excited to try this. So let's get into it. So we got the, I use the Duvel tulip. This is pretty much my favorite glass for every single beer I have, regardless of the style. I know they suggest different things for different styles, but for the most part, I love this glass. Alright, so I didn't give it the world's most aggressive pour, but it's got like at least a half finger there of, you know, like sort of mocha colored khaki head there. And looking at this, it's just, you know, it's a really, really dark kind of chestnut brown, you know, kind of murky looking. I don't know if that's just the condensation on the glass or whatnot here, but, you know, it's just a real dark chestnut brown. So, the nose here, definitely I'm pulling in, you know, there's that dark fruit component that you'd probably expect from a Belgian style dark ale. There is there's like a roasty kind of component, and you're definitely pulling in, as I say, a little bit of those oak scents. So, not too much of the alcohol on here, but there almost seems as though there could be also like a little bit of chocolate in the nose too. But let's see what we got for the taste on this one. Cheers. The taste on this is real similar to what I was getting in those. There's a lot of sort of those dark fruit notes. You're getting a little bit of the raisin, you know, maybe some like plum a little bit in there, and you're getting the oak mixed in. The oak isn't real heavy in this, but the oak sort of balances into this sort of roasty kind of chocolate flavor, almost a little nutty, and they mix together fairly well. A couple of the other notes I'm pulling out there, along with, you know, you're getting that dark fruit in there. There almost seems to be like this almost kind of like a cola syrup component to it. You know, it's real light, but excuse me, it's almost like you left Coke out for a little bit and you get that cola kind of flavor. But it's, you know, it's not that brimming carbonation of Coke like when you first open up a bottle, but it kind of almost has that that kind of cola profile, and almost a little bit of the syrup kind of component, like that slickness that you would get from some sort of like a Coke or cola syrup. And for 10%, I'm not getting any of the alcohol in the taste. It's got a relatively medium mouthfeel. It's slightly oily. So this is Deviant Monk from Birch Brewing. It's pretty limited availability unless you live, you know, in the specific states which they distribute. I think it's sort of New Hampshire, Massachusetts. I think the Philly region has them. Maybe a couple other places. It's fairly limited, but if you have it available, if you have white birch available in your area, this should be available to you. So if you're in the market, you know, like you're buying a car or something, but, you know, looking for some sort of Belgian style dark ale, or just, you know, looking for something new to try, it's definitely worth picking up. So with that said, I'm going to continue enjoying the rest of this. I hope you're enjoying something as well, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.